I call the member for Solomon.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. Last Friday, I attended the funeral service of Robert McKechnie, or Bob as he was affectionately known in our community. Bob was one of the Territory's last surviving Korean War veterans and sadly passed away on the 1st of September. On Friday, Bob was remembered for his ability to tell a good story as well as his commitment to the community service. I was fortunate enough to have known Bob, and I actually felt very blessed to have had the opportunity to spend some time with him, to listen to some of his many, many stories. Now, Bob's health wasn't too good in the last year or so of his life, and sadly he spent quite a bit of his time coming to blows with some federal bureaucracies that we all know. And Bob had asked me for for my assistance for him to obtain a stair lifter for his home, which because he was having enormous trouble navigating his steep stairs of his two-storey home. This was after his chemo and the operations that he'd had. Now, Bob had written to the Department of Veterans Affairs requesting funding to get assistance for the lifter, but unfortunately was knocked back. We believed that he was eligible under the Veterans Entitlements Act for this piece of equipment. Anyway, I'm pleased to say that despite his application and me being involved, the department did reconsider after I spoke with the minister, and Bob was able to get the stair lifter, and he got that in March. And I've got to say, Madam Deputy Speaker, I'll never forget the look on his face when he had the first run on his stair lifter up in his house. He told me it made such a big difference to him and his wife, and in the fact that he was able to move freely around and wasn't confined to his house. As I said, Madam Deputy Speaker, Bob was a highly respected man who will be sadly missed by us all. He was also heavily involved in rugby league and was the passionate president of the totally permanently incapacitated associations, or the TPIs. And at his funeral they said that they broke the mould after Bob, and that's so true, Madam Deputy Speaker. He was a one-of-a-kind, a true gentleman, and we will never forget him. My condolences to Dorothy, his wife, his family, his friends, the veteran community, and to his TPI mates. Rest in peace, Bob. You'll never be forgotten. Thank you on behalf of a grateful nation, and we honour you and your service to our country.
Time has expired.